This might be the best event Arknights Endfield has released so far. The rewards are incredible, but the difficulty can spike fast if you're not prepared. In this video, I'll show you exactly how Contingency Contract works, which rewards you should prioritize, and the operators that can make the high-risk clears much easier. So once you go into the event center and you enter Contingency, you're going to see your select test criteria screen. And on the left, you'll see the 1, 2, and 3. These are the different levels of test criteria, 1 being the easiest and 3 being the hardest. So when I select criteria, you can see here I selected something from the level 1. You can see down in the bottom right corner beside start operation, you have your total test criteria. And now when I select something from level 2, that total goes to 3. So you want to get this total as high as possible, because once you clear, your reward is going to be vitrified coin. And the higher the total test criteria, the more vitrified coin you receive for that run. And also you want to try to get at least to 20, because there is a weekly mission where if you clear level 20, you will get rewards also. So you're going to go through, and there are quite a few of these. If you look, the list is really long, so we're not going to go through them individually, but I do want to show you 2 that I would stay away from and the ones that I would suggest. So first, let's go into the criteria that I would suggest you leave alone and not use at all. And the first is going to be Vitality 3. This actually increases the enemy health points by 200%. And that's going to make this fight a lot longer and give you more opportunities to make mistakes. Because once you combine the other criteria with that 200% health points, it's going to just make this a lot more difficult. The second that I would say to not use is Mire. This is dodge cannot be performed. I selected this one earlier because there's so many you can just click on and you might forget about. And I was wondering, because it's muscle memory to dodge some of these attacks, because these enemies are not new. You fought them all before, but the thing is there's a lot of them on the battleground, so you see them about to swing, and I'm so used to dodging, I was just getting hit because I'm so used to just being able to right click and to get by that attack. So these are the 2 that I would suggest you leave alone and kind of focus on other criteria. Now, as far as what I would suggest that you use, it's going to depend on the teams that you use to a large extent. But if you go down to the end, this one where you cannot switch to controlled operator once the battle begins. This was not a big deal for me, so I always have this active every time for all of my runs, because I never switch to controlled operator. It's just not my style of play. All right, then this one, Toxic Residue 2. When you defeat an enemy, they're going to leave a patch of toxins on the battlefield. These toxins were not that strong, and they're very visible, so they're really easy to avoid. So I like this one. I keep this one active on all of my runs. And this is another one that I use, but I was actually using Levitain, so she makes this a lot easier. The duration of solidification applied to the controlled operator is extended to 15 seconds, but casting heat type skills can dispel the solidification. So if you're running Ember and Levitain, this one is almost easy. You don't even have to worry about this, because you can always cast a heat type skill with one of those 2 operators. And this one, Regeneration 2. An enemy under crowd control effects regenerates 15% max health points per second. I wasn't using any crowd control, so if you're not using crowd control with your team, this one is a no-brainer. So this is really like an easy 10 points you can add, depending on your team, of course. So who are the best operators or the best teams for this event? Number 1 is going to be Levitain. Her AoE is just amazing, and when you have like a condensed field with a lot of enemies, there's nobody in the game right now who's going to do it better than Levitain. And what I really like about her is she really only needs 1 operator to help with the heat inflictions. So I use Wolfguard, and I use the other 2 slots for Ardelia and Ember, which gives me just 2 more healers. Because this battle, there's so many enemies on the field that you can easily lose sight of one and get hit from behind. So the fact that I could use 2 healers, 2 support with this is really a plus for Levitain. So a second team that I thought is really good and I use also is going to be Tongtong's with her cryo team. She's just really good. She has an excellent crowd control. Also her AoE is really good. And you also have to remember that Shahi, she actually heals. So she gives you an extra healer along with Ardelia. So then you bring in Last Right just for more damage. I mean, this is a really good team for this event also. So remember that she uses crowd control. So when you use your test selection criteria, don't select anything that will make that a negative for you. So when you start your run, you're going to see in the upper left hand corner 1 through 4. And what that represents is each wave you will have to clear when you're playing contingency. And each wave is going to have a different group of enemies that you have to fight. So once you get used to that, you'll know what you're going to be expecting. And some of the enemies are going to be stronger than others. And those are the ones you're going to have to watch out for, because they're going to have some one-hit kills once you get your difficulty level up around 18 to 20. So it's going to be really easy to lose control of this match if you're not careful. Also, you can see here that between each level, once you clear one level, they give you about 5 seconds before they begin the next one. So keep that in mind if you happen to use your ult at the end. You might want to save it until you start the next level if you're really close to clearing it. Alright guys, so with that being said, that's about it. So tell me, what level have you cleared so far? I actually am going to live stream every Saturday until this event is over. And basically I've gotten to 18 so far. So just check me out and let me know what you think, guys. Any tips or any ideas that can make this a little easier, hey, I'm all open for it. Hey, I'll catch you on the next grind. All right, thank you.